YouTube. What's going on, my fellow movie fans and friends? Welcome to the GCAP Recap. I'm GCAP, and this is another installment of Mah Blus, David Lynch's Dune from 1984. I'm not just going to open and share with you the normal hour release that came out. You know, this is the limited edition Steelbook, and it's 4K and Blu-ray. I could not wait to open this and watch the movie again and share this with you. I figured this would all be something very, very cool to look at. But before I get started, I first want to, most importantly, give a shout out to all of you, all my recappers out there who have supported the channel, watch my videos, like it, comment, share. I appreciate your support as always, guys. I love you. Hopefully you're going to be you're excited about what I'm cooking up for you today. And hey, all you new viewers out there that are checking out the GCAP Recap for the first time, have a seat, guys. Chill out at the bar here. We're going to be opening this. I can't wait. So first I want to talk to you about the story of Dune. And just for those of you who don't know, the story of Dune did not come from David Lynch's 1984 sci-fi movie. This was adapted from a best-selling novel that came out years and years before. In the universe, like a gazillion years from now, there is this substance that everybody wants called spice, because you can sell it, you can use it, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. There are two powerful families, the Atreides and the Harkonnens, and they all want this spice because they know whoever gets this just be pretty much rulers of the galaxy. So the Royal Empire puts out some kind of decree or some kind of ruling that awards the only planet where you can get spice, like where it can be manufactured and where you can get it, Arrakis, also known as Dune. We got a title. It awards this planet to the Atreides. This severely pisses the Harkonnens off. The Harkonnens figure they're going to take it back by force. They go and attack the Atreides compound. They kill the Duke, pretty much all of his followers. They take over because now they're like, well, now by default, we own Arrakis. The only survivors of the House of Atreides are the Duchess and her son Paul, who's heir to the throne. So they're able to escape where they meet the inhabitants of the planet called the Fremen. They're considered savages because they live on this desert planet. They live in caves. This is their home. This is not a commodity like the Royal Empire and the houses of Atreides and Harkonnen have made it out to be. Well, Paul and his mother stumble upon them, the Fremen, and they take him in and teach him how to fight. And while all this is going on, the Harkonnens are now planning to set up shop there, take over. Meanwhile, back with the Fremen. And that's what I mean. I gotta, like I said, if I can keep just going into this mythos, we'll never get to the unboxing. Paul's mother is a part of a religion called the Jesuits. They have, weird powers with their voices, and they can see the future. They believe a young male Messiah is going to, be ruler of the universe. So Paul is one of the prospects for being this, and it's called the Kisat Haderach. That is what the Messiah is called in the Jesuit religion. I'm telling you guys, this is pretty complex. I don't want to say anymore. I'm sure you've seen clips or pictures online with the giant sandworms and everything. I'll say this. If what I was just telling you interests you and you don't want to watch this movie, definitely go read the book. I am not a reader. I read the book much later in life when I was older and could, comprehend some more things more than the movie. I think the book is fantastic. That kind of story now, so you understand, the reason why I wanted to kind of put that on a tee for you guys. This is the early 80s. Everyone has been trying their best. Battlestar Galactica, Flash Gordon. I could keep going on with movies. All these sci-fi movies are trying to knock Star Wars off the throne. There's merchandising that Lucas is making a killing on. So Universal bought the rights to the Dune story, to the novel. And this story was going to be their answer to Star Wars. This was going to be the next Star Wars, according to Universal Studios. And, which is already a stretch, And I mean, with merchandising and all this, right? You know, I'm talking about witches with voices and Christ-like figures, royalty and all this stuff. So a little bit different than stormtroopers and Darth Vader and X-Wing fighters and Death Stars and cool stuff like that. Everybody's fighting over essentially a drug called the spice. So they were going to take this whole story and they were going to target children. And who's the director they select? You know, they can really talk to the kids. David Lynch. David Lynch, yes. So even back then, I'm just, you know, you don't want to say what you can say about David Lynch nowadays. But back then, he was a hot director. I mean, he just got off of the Academy Award-winning Elephant Man. He was so hot that in wanting to do something different, actually was targeted by George Lucas to direct Return of the Jedi. I know that's pretty commonplace knowledge nowadays, but back then when I found out about that, my head exploded. But at the end of the day, it didn't make money. And David Lynch essentially disowned this movie. I believe it was an Alan Smithy. He gave it an Alan Smithy for a while because he wanted nothing to do with it. This release has definitely not been David Lynch approved. He wants nothing to do with it. Without further ado, let's get capping. Should I say let's get cracking? Crack this thing open. Mah Blus. Let me just enjoy it one more time. Perfectly sealed. That guy's still in plastic. Still wrapped in here. Get my hand free. Still wrapped in plastic. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the symmetry of that poster, but I love this. I love this poster. So, front and center. There's so many discs with it. I'm gonna crack into it now. Be very gentle because I don't want to screw this up. Also seen some people have online said there might be some issues with one of the discs, so I definitely want to get into this sooner rather than later. And I've been waiting a long time for it. I just want to hear all the new stuff. You know, I'm hoping for, you know, there's a booklet in here. There's all kinds of cool stuff. But I do know there are new interviews and more stories on the production of this, and it just fascinates me because I love the fact that Universal Studios thought that this movie was going to be the answer to Star Wars. It was going to be their Star Wars, and David Lynch was going to be able to market children. So it's always fun thought. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Now, let me take off this. Ooh. Very careful because it's a little sticker that's there. Nice. It's a description of all the cool stuff inside. So here's the casing for it. And then let's see. Let's just pull it out first. Let me do this first, because we have cards. Oh, we have press kit cards. So here are the discs. Here are 3 discs that are here. This looks like the film. So that's the 4K. This is the Blu-ray. Over here is a Blu-ray of the bonus disc. So there's There's Sting and Kyle MacLachlan going toe to toe. And I'm opening as if you were opening it. It's almost like a simulated Christmas with Mah Blus, and that's Mah Blus. And it's a 4K. It's both. But for the 4K, I'm going to say it's my fork. Oh, a poster of the teaser poster, which I like. And guys, I think this is an awesome set. You know, I'll bring it back in one more time. You know, it comes with multiple booklets, stuff I'm definitely going to read later. And, you know, this isn't going to stay in nice condition for very long. Also, you know, there's the poster. I don't want to show that again. I just showed it. There's this. There's the STEELBOok with 4K. Mah Blus. My fork, bro. Need my fork. My fork, knife, and spoon, bro. And the these press kit cards. Man, this is a lot of cool stuff like they had for this release, like they did for True Romance. So it's pay a little bit more, but it's worth it, especially if you're a fan. So guys, let me know. I don't know if you're Dune fans or not. If you did pick this setup and you've checked it out already, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Please, I'd love to hear about it. If you do like this movie, if you hate this movie, if you want to talk about David Lynch, or you just want to talk about anything, please leave a comment. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to check this out. Were you a little kitty like me when this came out? What was your take on it? You know, what do you remember? Did you own any of the cards or the toys or any of the merchandise? Anything, any of the merchandising? I would love to hear all about it in the comment section below. If you like this video, give me a like. Would much appreciate it as well. And you know, if you haven't subscribed yet, too, please subscribe and do the whole bell gimmick. That would be awesome. I'd appreciate it. Also, if you guys just want to see what's going on in my daily life and you want to connect with me, please do. I'm at GCAP Recap on Instagram and Twitter. And like I always say, guys, anytime you watch a GCAP Recap, you always have a seat at my bar. Till next time.